And we do want to express our appreciation to Arkansas State and Dr. Fry for hosting us today in that wonderful meal, so thank you. 2017 is when many of you were in a room and said the status quo was not acceptable. We wanted to advance this community, we wanted to cast a new vision, and we certainly wanted to create a plan that had tangible and measurable results. And today you'll see that. Even though we had plenty of obstacles and challenges in the year 2021, Mark will share with you some of those results for this past year, in addition to cumulative effect over the last 5 years of our strategic plan. So we've been working on this plan, and we're pleased with the progress, and hopefully you are as well. But it wouldn't happen without all of you, with your time and energy, and certainly you helped make this plan a reality by funding this initiative. We were able to move forward. So we'll discuss some of the strategies and next step here shortly. I would like to recognize some individuals in the room, too, that have spent a tremendous amount of time and effort on your behalf, and that's the Jonesboro Unlimited Board. I believe we have a slide with a few of those individuals, and if you're here today, please stand so we can recognize you. Saw James earlier, James Best, Brad Edwards, Greg Williams, Kent Bridger, Stacy Gestrom, Alan Morris, Sam Lynn. Next slide. David Peacock, Linda Walford, Murray Benton, Robert Jones, Roger Hurt, Dr. Fry, and then Neil Krause. And so please join me in expressing our appreciation for all your hard work and effort. We could not do this without the elected leadership, and Mayor Copenhaver really wanted to be here today. He had an important meeting out of town, but really advocating on our behalf when it comes to economic development. So we certainly are behind him in his efforts. So he wanted to express his regrets for not being able to be here, but know he's doing work on your behalf today. We are represented by two individuals, Tony Thomas with the city and the mayor, and then Brian Richardson. So thank you guys for joining us as well. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the steadfast leadership of our Crickett County Judge, Judge Marvin Day. So Marvin, thank you for being here too. These gentlemen and continue to work to advance our community, and we appreciate all your efforts that you're doing that. And y'all know the importance of working together with the business community to develop and stimulate economic growth in this region. Today, what we want to do is share with you a little bit of the results of 2021, and then really where do we want to go in the future. Mark Young is going to come up as the president of Jonesboro Unlimited and share some of those results, and then you're going to have the opportunity to meet some of the talent that has been brought in that has a passion, high energy for this community that's going to assist us to really move this organization, this community forward. So with that, I'll turn it over to Mark.
Good afternoon. It's great to see everybody. I appreciated the fact that as everybody was coming through the line, it seemed important to people to have conversations and to continue to move our relationships forward. We have a tremendous business community, and it's great to see all of you. Really appreciate your attendance today and for your continued support. I want to say thank you. Today's annual meeting provides us a great opportunity to take a quick look at 2021 and look at the successes we've had, and also to kind of recap the successes that have occurred over the last 5 years. Because of your generous support, much has been accomplished. But I was reminded as I was getting my vehicle today to come here that the rear view mirror is smaller for a reason, right? So while we like to spend time taking a look back, and we're going to take that time today, it's more important, or equally as important, that we look forward to the future, and that we really will take part of the time today to look forward to share part of the vision that Jonesboro Unlimited has for the future. One of the measurements that early in the strategic plan that we had was to take a look at job growth and investment. And our goal in the first 5-year strategic plan was to help businesses create 2,500 direct new jobs. We knew that that would make a significant difference in our industries. The targeted industries that we looked at include advanced manufacturing, ag business, logistics, healthcare, and professional services. We surpassed that goal in 3 years, and last year had a total of 3,965 cumulative jobs in our target industries. 2021 has been incredibly busy and progressive as well. Companies like NicePack, Nestle, Colson, Canful, Spirit Fitness all expanded, just to name a few, and many, many others did as well. We recently completed our new and expanded industry survey, and I'm pleased to report that in 2021, 1,036 new jobs were created. This adds up to a total of 5,001 new jobs for a 5-year period of time. That would not have happened without everybody in this room. And I will say this. So when the numbers came in and we actually did the math, everybody looked at me and goes, somebody's going to think you made that up. I promise that's the actual numbers, 5,001. In addition to that, if you look at the total investment that our companies have made during that 5-year period of time, it adds up to over $750 million. I continue to be amazed and proud of how resilient our business community is and how forward-thinking that our business community is as well. So thank you for your continued support and for the opportunity to make that happen. Jonesboro Unlimited, Chris mentioned this earlier, is fortunate to have a very talented group of team members, and I want to take a minute to introduce some of them and thank them as well. They do an incredible job, and it's my privilege to work with them every single day. And two that you'll meet in just a few minutes will be introduced later. But I want to say thank you to Shelley Randall, who's Director of our Workforce Development and Existing Industry Program. I also want to say thank you to Craig Rickert, Director of our Communications. And then Donna Holt, who we were having this conversation earlier. She often describes herself as Economic Development Associate. That is completely not appropriate. She is the glue, if you know Donna, that holds us all together. All three of those do an incredible job. Would you please give them a round of applause for their work? At last year's annual meeting, I had the privilege of introducing our new Vice President of Economic Development, Stephen Lamb. You may remember that that meeting was held virtually. He had actually not started in his role as VP of Economic Development for us, but had the opportunity to come over from Fort Smith and join us because he wanted to say hello to everyone and meet everyone again, even though that was virtually. I shared my excitement about Stephen joining our team then, and I'm even more excited about what he's doing today. Would you please help me welcome Stephen Lamb?
Thanks for that, Mark. Hello, everyone. Very excited to be able to present an announcement that has the real opportunity to engage Jonesboro in the next level of economic development. But first, I think we should quickly take stock of our current situation and how we already possess some pretty significant and foundational competitive advantages. You know, as each of you know, the Craighead Technology Park represents quality brands, supports a tremendous amount of industrial investment. Payroll for both Jonesboro, Craighead County, our 12-county labor shed, north of $1 billion and 5,000 jobs. It's important to take a step back and appreciate how unique of an asset this really is. We're thankful that this park's been well planned since its inception and actually has 3 active projects right now that are really important individually but represent a larger theme that we all know. That's companies that choose to invest in Jonesboro, choose to reinvest in Jonesboro. As it's currently laid out, we have 6 sites that represent over 530 acres of available industrial property. And for those that are uninitiated really quickly, I'd like for you to imagine each of these sites as a ticket. And so you can then imagine a typical site selection process as either a well-choreographed Broadway show or a Barnum and Bailey circus, and we've worked both project styles. But you can imagine that ticket then getting us access to these investment searches. In our case, we answer questions like, do you need 20 acres for your operation? Well, we have that. And do you need 80 acres for your operation? We have that. And previously, when asked for over 150 acres, we had a challenge trying to answer that question. And so Jonesboro Unlimited is excited to market a new property In March of 2021, the Jonesboro Economic Development Corporation and partners made an investment in the Craighead Technology Park with what we've deemed CTP South, Craighead Technology Park South. We now have the opportunity to offer over 600 contiguous acres of land adjacent to our existing and robust water, wastewater, gas, rail, and electricity, while being even closer to the interstate. This investment more than doubles the total amount of available acreage and will not only create long-term availability for us in industrial searches, but create an opportunity for us to pursue some significant industrial investments. We deal with a lot of folks around the country that provide desktop analysis from Atlanta or Chicago, and you can imagine them sitting down to look at total available acreage, capacity of infrastructure, proximity to population, labor training, employment standards, logistics, transportation. We believe this site will become a leader in investment opportunity, not just in our region, but in our multi-state region. And in fact, we've already had the opportunity to receive looks for projects that we would have not previously qualified for because we just didn't have a site big enough. We continue to receive positive feedback from the site selection consultants that we engage with, and we look forward to a lot of positive next steps. Now, I think it's important to note that many communities struggle to have an asset like this. We're actually kind of unique in our region having something like this. And so it's important to identify the fact that we're going to have to continue to work to develop this piece of property. So in the months ahead, we're excited to work with partners at all levels to find funding opportunities that can enhance this property. And so we look forward to announcing the extension of water and wastewater, rail, and other infrastructure across CTP South. That's going to better prepare us to compete and win future investments on this site. And so I'm thrilled at the opportunity this site presents to Jonesboro. I'm thrilled about the work we have yet to do, but I honestly believe we should all be really excited about the momentum that this brings to our competitive advantages in our community and the direction that we're headed. This is a big deal, and we're very thrilled by it. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Stephen, and thank you for your continued work on behalf of our community and county. And again, great things are ahead. In each of our businesses, talent is the key to success. Communities are no different. Having the right talent available to meet our employers' needs will be critical and crucial for our future success. A major part of our new 5-year strategic plan focuses on talent attraction. When we adopted the plan about 6 months ago, many of you were at that meeting, and we talked about the importance of talent attraction. Shortly thereafter, our board of directors and executive committee gave us the green light to go out and find the right person to lead that effort. I'm pleased today to introduce you to the Director of Talent Attraction, Casey Warlow. Casey, please come up.
Hi there. As Mark mentioned, my name is Casey Warlow, and I am so honored to be joining the Jonesboro Unlimited team as the Director of Talent Attraction. I'm really excited to be here and work on this very important initiative. I've been a member of the team for 1 month as of today, and so like I said, it's so great to be here. I'm from Jonesboro. I love Jonesboro, and I really want to tell the great story that we have. I've had the pleasure of living and working in other markets, and I can honestly say there's no other place I would rather be. Nowhere else I would rather raise my family, live, work, and play. Jonesboro has an incredible story to tell, and it's time for us to share that with everyone. All of us in this room know just how important talent attraction and workforce development is. And that's why it's a main pillar of our strategic plan moving forward. We've already begun taking that strategic plan, breaking it down into action items and timelines. Some of the initial changes that you're going to see in projects we're working on really revolve around our website and resources that can be helpful to those looking to move to Jonesboro and for you at your places of work when you're recruiting other people. We're going to focus on our website. We're going to create a dedicated section to talent attraction that really showcases Jonesboro and all that we have to offer. We're going to continue building our library of testimonials, sharing those stories of individuals who have moved here for college and chosen to stay, or they moved here from out of state and chosen to stay for whatever reason that may be. We're also going to develop additional resources that will live on the website. My goal with this is to help folks that are looking to move here learn, how do I go about finding housing? How do I find a job? where can I eat, where can I shop, where can I get involved in the community. I hope that these resources will also be helpful to you all when you're recruiting individuals. You can pull resources from our website, or you can direct those individuals to our website to learn more. Some other changes that we're going to make is looking at redesigning our jobs website. We do have a centralized jobs website, My Jonesboro Jobs. Can y'all hear me? Okay, I just saw something. Okay, sorry. That's okay. I just wanted to make sure everyone could hear me. MyJonesboroJobs.com. We really want to make it more attractive and more inclusive of all of the job opportunities here in Jonesboro, that we can set ourselves apart from other communities and really recruit at the highest level by showcasing all that we have to offer in one location. Some long-term plans that we have in this strategic plan is really identifying the target markets that we want to communicate to. What do we need in Jonesboro? Who do we need? What type of job opportunities are we trying to fill? What type of people do we want to bring to Jonesboro that really sets our community apart and moves us forward? My goal in this position is to really serve as a liaison to you all and your places of employment. I hope that you will look at me as a resource that you can lean on in your recruitment efforts, and I hope that I can be helpful to you. If I haven't had the opportunity to meet you, I would love to do so and chat with you about your wants, needs, and gather any information that can help us in our strategic plan as we start to really identify how we're going to start recruiting some of those people to Jonesboro. So with that, I hope that you will all stay tuned. We have some really exciting things coming in the future. Thank you.
I think you can all see why we're so excited to have Casey as part of our team at Jonesboro Unlimited. Much to do, but super excited about what the future holds and about for our community and for talent attraction specifically. You know, Casey mentioned, and so did Stephen, our 5-year strategic plan, and I'm going to talk briefly about that, again, looking forward about what we hope to accomplish over the next 5 years. Many of you participated in putting that plan together. In fact, over 2,000 people in our community helped shape the plan to provide direction on how we'll focus our efforts over the next 5 years. Many of you were with us when we unveiled that plan, and I will talk briefly about that. First, in business attraction, expansion, and innovation, we are going to continue to amplify our recruitment efforts, working with our target industries to grow jobs and capital investment, assisting our existing industries, and recruiting firms that will be complementary of those that are already established here. We also will seek to enhance our community's ability through our entrepreneurship programs, through partnerships to ensure that growth occurs through innovation as well. You've heard some of what is planned for talent attraction through Casey's comments, but as we look at talent attraction and workforce development, I think it's also important to know we have initiatives that will also focus on K through 12, emphasizing providing assistance to those students moving directly into our workforce. Programs such as Techstars Manufacturing Camp, Teacher Externship Program, and Get to Know Jonesboro will continue to play an important and vital role in our workforce development efforts. Stephen also did a great job of underscoring the importance of infrastructure in economic development. You can look around Jonesboro and see investments that have been made and investments that are currently being made in infrastructure, regardless of what those are. It's also important and encouraging to live in a great community that understands the correlation and connection between quality of life, talent attraction, and having a vibrant economy. Efforts like those that have recently been undertaken by the A&P Commission and the city are important to the overall development of our community. Jonesboro Unlimited is excited to do our part to identify other marquee quality of life projects and to work to assist in the implementation of those projects. Lastly, you heard Casey mention telling our story. Branding and marketing is certainly important in what we do, and Jonesboro does have a great story to tell. We're going to lead the way in strategically telling that story to the right audiences. Part of that process is to fine-tune a brand and a message that is consistent throughout all of our marketing efforts. I encourage each of you to learn more about the strategic plan by going to our website. It's been mentioned several times today, jonesborounlimited.com/publications. Please take a look at that. Our executive summary is on the website, and I would encourage you to do that. So, in the last 5 years, over 5,000 jobs have been created in our target industries, and over $800 million in investments have been made. New industrial property is now on the market that provides us a competitive advantage today and into the future, and an emphasis is being placed on talent attraction as part of a bold new strategic plan. You know, 35 years ago when Jonesboro Unlimited was founded, the selection of the name was intentional. Leaders truly believed that the future was unlimited. I believe that more today than ever. I hope you're as excited as I am about the future, and the momentum continues.
When you build momentum, it's hard to stop. And in Jonesboro's case, why would we want to? 4,000 new jobs and $500 million in capital investment across our targeted industries in 4 years of Jonesboro Unlimited's first 5-year strategic plan. Challenges met. Goals exceeded.
When we set those goals initially, we wanted them to stretch us a little bit in terms of meeting those goals, and helping companies create over 2,500 jobs in 5 years, we knew would make a significant difference. And we felt very comfortable that we would achieve that. To achieve that in 3 years was something that we couldn't have predicted.
Since we unveiled our strategic plan in 2017, we have seen major expansions of existing Jonesboro facilities. 3 new factories built and 2 more currently under construction. A multi-million-dollar grant for a new rail storage facility, a new solar farm in development, massive growth in our ever-expanding medical community, a one-of-a-kind data center, and hundreds of millions of dollars in infrastructure improvements. The foundation for this growth was laid by the investment of community-focused companies and individuals, people who believe in Jonesboro's unlimited potential. We call it Momentum Jonesboro, a proactive response to opportunities and challenges.
Our company got behind the Momentum Jonesboro campaign and felt it was critical for companies like us to take a leadership role in the campaign, and our intent is to keep that going forward.
We need to put Jonesboro on the map, on the national map, in order to be able to recruit people, in order to be able to retain people, to have them think about Northeast Arkansas as a destination, a place to have a career, a place to raise a family, and a place to open a business, start a business. Expand a business. I think Momentum Jonesboro is critically important in helping that to happen.
We must continue to lengthen the strides we made 5 years ago, or risk falling behind if we do not continue to fully fund our aggressive and proven approach to economic development.
The last campaign that we had and the job creation that's happened over the last 5 years or so has been tremendous. So to me that says let's do it again and do it bigger.
You know, the results speak for themselves. I think we owe it to the community today and the community of tomorrow to really build off of what we did the first time and to keep going forward.
We are always with our foot on the gas. As a community, we want to continue to move forward. When we selected the name Momentum Jonesboro for our first initial campaign to help us with our first 5-year strategic plan, that was not by mistake. As a community, you have momentum, and that momentum propels you forward.
Over the last 5 years, we have celebrated, we have cooperated, we have overcome, all building to this. This is our moment. This is Momentum Jonesboro 2.0.
We all have played a role in creating something special, and we're proud to call Jonesboro home. We've had a lot of success, as you heard reflected in the video, but we've got much more work that we can do. There's a lot of ideas out there, a lot of initiatives that are currently underway, but we have to make our plan a reality. Part of that has to do with funding. How do we put the energy and add the fuel to the fire to make that move forward? So I'm going to ask Marilyn and Sam Hummelstein, if you don't mind, stand up. Everybody in this room knows you, but I am going to put you on the spot. No, don't be sitting down yet. Sam, go ahead. I want to kind of embarrass you a little bit. You all know what these two individuals, a pillar of our community, and what they've done in their professional lives, in their volunteer efforts. We have enlisted their support to help us raise funds for this Momentum Jonesboro 2.0. Our first campaign, we raised 3.6. Obviously, we have bolder plans this year. On the next 5 years, that number is 4.4. So we're asking everyone, one, to continue to participate, but also we're asking you to do a little more. And so Sam and Marilyn will be following up here shortly. So when you see their number show up on your cell phone, please answer that call. Have your checkbook ready, because we are going to need a few dollars to make that happen. Hopefully you're proud of what you've seen. Hopefully you're pleased with the progress. You heard some exceptional talent here that's going to move us forward. So let me stop there. Mark is here. We've got the subject matter experts. If there's any questions that you all want to know about the plan or in regard to economic development, we'll be glad to entertain those at this point in time. All right, we'll go to work then. Thank you all for your support and appreciate your attendance today. Have a great afternoon.